Okay, so you just saw my segment on The Daily Show. Yes, that was me. My name is Marie Major. And yeah, so I filmed a segment on The Daily Show with Josh Johnson. And I just want to say the team, like the crew, the camera people, the producers, the directors, Josh, the whole staff, the whole crew were amazing. Like, just loved the experience. Just being on The Daily Show and filming, I know it was a short segment, but it was just wonderful. And the interview was like over 2 hours long, and we really actually had such a great conversation. And yeah, it's comedy, it's humor. I believe there's humor, there's so much truth in humor. I think also with humor, people shift into a state of awareness. People begin maybe opening some portals into the unknown and actually really tap in and dive deep. But yes, I just wanted to say I'm human. I am a soul living a human experience, because we're not all human. But yeah, I just want to say that it was so great. It was really funny. The humor, Josh was hilarious. Just everything, how they did the edits, it was just really beyond hilarious and funny to watch back. And I just appreciate Josh so much for just being just so opening and just holding a space, and just even our conversations off air were just like great talks. And I really just appreciate him so much. And he was so funny, and just his facial expressions are hilarious. They're just the best. So I just wanted to come on here, say yes, okay, I am human, people, and I am Canadian, and I also don't do drugs. But yes, this is me. And how I kind of got into this is I've been practicing meditation for pretty much half my life, so like over 15 years now. And even since I was young, I was very connected to nature. I was really open to all cultures, all religions. I really wanted to learn, to just grow, evolve, expand on those subjects. I for sure am not tapped in science-wise, and I really consider myself tapped into spirituality. But then I also really believe with science and spirituality, it's all connected. And spirituality, like, everybody's spiritual. Everything is spiritual. And everybody has their own relationship with spirituality. So for me, I just really dove deep into the journey of meditation. And I've been doing that for a really long time. And then after COVID, I decided to write a few books on law of attraction for beginners, which is looking beyond the what is. And then how time is an illusion, which is my second book, which is looking beyond the tides of time. And during those years, so it was only about 3 to 4 years ago, is when I actually put myself on social media and just kind of spoke about this. But this year, just tapping in, and with my whole journey, how I channel it is a journey I take as a ritual, and it's private. And I tap into a meditation where I record myself, and then I take notes after, and then I reflect on some of the answers, some of the downloads or insights that I get, and I journal and reflect on that. So this year, I really dive deep into asking the questions, because I feel like humanity was such at a point of like, what is happening in the collective right now? Look at our government officials, look who our leaders are. Like, it's insanity. It's insane. And they have no idea what they're talking about. They keep lying, they keep changing their story. So I understand not everybody's going to be open to spirituality or tap in to the cosmos, the ethers, into the ley lines of planet Earth, connecting with Mother Gaia. Everybody, if that resonates with some people, amazing. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I also believe there's so much truth in so many stories out there of movies and shows. But for example, I've never seen the Stargate movie or this series, but it's crazy because I connected with one of the actresses from the TV series, and it was filmed in Vancouver, my hometown. So another great connection there. But with the Stargates, with movies, with cinema, with even what Disclosure Day that just got released, with Steven Spielberg, Avatar, James Cameron, like these are all very, to me, documentaries of what has been in the Akashic records. So I'm very much focused on law of attraction, energy work, Akashic records, and how time is an illusion, but how humans can bridge certain timelines to be tapping into their highest potential and start living and creating the life they desire. But this year I sat down because so much was weighing on my heart, what I felt in the collective of what is happening in humanity, what is happening with people, these wars, what is going on. And that's when I started receiving the messages about the Stargates. With Iran Stargate, to me, it shows it as an energy field. So it's spreading like ripples. So it is connected to Iraq. It's all connected. And that's how I saw it. And it showed me that it was dormant for the last 12,000 years. And that 12,000 years ago was the fall of Atlantis. And then they showed me that time is a spiral, which I speak about all the time. And that this is the journey we are returning back into, but we can be returning it from a higher state of consciousness, a higher state of awareness. So that is what I've been shown, and to understand that we also have still a collective of human beings in the energy of forgetting, which I like to say Trump's people, the mega people, we have Israel in there, we have some billionaires in there, and that's the energy, that's the force of forgetting. And then there's another force in the universe, which is the force of remembering. So that's what with the Stargates, for me, I got 12 primary Stargates that are aligned with our chakras, but also I got 7 main Stargates in Africa, which is the original blueprint of humanity. So it only made sense that there's main Stargates in Africa. I just got off a call with an amazing soul sister that I just recently connected, and she's tapping into, and she lives in Hawaii, the 7 Stargates in Hawaii. And my guides show me that there's like thousands of Stargates and then like millions of portals, or like a scientific term would be the wormholes that are on planet Earth. So this is, the great thing. I hope people love it. I hope people think it's humor. I hope it makes people shift into a state of maybe awareness of maybe what is happening on a spiritual level. I think my comment with the whole reptilian civilization is it's something where I now see there's been so many galactic wars, but in the universe, it has evolved. The planets have been actually in a process of healing, and Earth is slowly, but is right behind that. And I'm very optimistic, even though right now it's very harsh of times. A lot is happening. So many souls are losing their lives, and this isn't a light subject. And I speak very much, and I have brought up that all the time. The US government killed 167 little schoolgirls. So this is something where people need to be speaking up more about this and holding people accountable. And with the government officials, I'm not going to say they're brainwashed by the reptilians, because to me, the reptilians have actually a lot are either for service to self or service to others, but they're not all on a lower vibrational frequency of forgetting. There's many that have healed, and it's part of a star constellation called the Draconian constellation in the sky, and it's one of the oldest. So it's been around for billions, like the human mind can't even wrap its brain around this. It's been around for so long, but people feel strongly because the Lyrans, that constellation, the Lion starseed, is very a spiritual practice to tap into that energy. And the Lyran and the reptilians had many galactic wars. So, and what I see with the universe, it reflects what is happening on planet Earth, but also we reflect back what is happening in the cosmos. And it's kind of this reflection. And we as souls come to planet Earth on a soul journey to remember. So you forget when you come into a human experience, but your whole journey here is to remember, to bring it back that we are all one, we are all connected, we are all unity. And I will get into the jellyfish. People wait for that, because the oversoul jellyfish, I think it's a great visual. I love it. And oversouls, there's many oversouls, and we all travel together and we are all connected. And this is what the creator created, because the oversouls that we share with are souls who we are tapping into kind of missions, soul missions, soul journeys, collective missions. This is kind of the vibration that we are tapping into, and or that we come from. So there's so much though, like it's really whatever people feel aligned to and what people don't feel aligned to. And I've never said that I'm right. I just put out what I receive, what I feel, and if it's aligned, it's aligned. And I loved that it could be mocked and that it was humorous, and that Josh and The Daily Show, like, come on, it's The Daily Show, amazing. Like, who does not like late night TV? This is where it's at. So, like, I've always been such a fan of late night, and I think it's so important with all the heaviness that does happen on planet Earth that we bring some sort of humor, because there's so much truth in being funny. There's just so much truth in that. And it goes deep, and it's an energy and it's a frequency that allows it to give it permission to laugh at something and find something funny, but also maybe see the other side of the coin to that, see what truths that might unfold in that. So this is, but back to the thing though with the reptilians, I feel I do not agree at all with anything that the Trump administration is doing. I think they're racist, wounded, narrow-minded, pathetic, dumb, uneducated people. And I'm very pro-Palestine. I speak a lot about Congo, Sudan, and all the genocides that have happened in Africa. I will keep speaking and using my voice for also the injustice that is put on Black people, Indigenous people. This is where the land needs to also have our love, have our respect. And it's a relationship. Spirituality is a relationship. It's listening to the land. It's listening to one another. That is what spirituality is to me. So that's what I've connected with the Stargates, and I will dive deeper, more into the Stargates. So I'll start filming and kind of unfold what is coming up in some energy. But if you have questions about the Stargates or jellyfish or hashtag not the reptilian, hashtag that. So anyways, thank you so much for being here, and go watch the segment if you have not seen it on The Daily Show, and thank you for watching.